All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to a first impressions review of a new game that launched yesterday called Open Country. This game, when you look at the trailers for the game, looks amazing.
Across 3 distinct
Right? The graphics look unreal. And it talks about how you have a hunting dog that travels with you, how the wildlife responds to you and other wildlife as well. And you gotta basically travel and do missions and craft and hunt. You can even go like fishing. You just watch the trailer yourself. It makes the game look really, really good. I remember seeing this game probably a month or so ago, and I was like, wow, this looks pretty good. If it's even half as good as it looks, it's going to be worth it. Sadly, I didn't even notice the game came out yesterday when it launched, but I came across it today, and I see that sadly, it has only 33% positive reviews right now, despite how good the game looks. So before we go anywhere, guys, I want to go ahead and say I've played this game just a little bit already, and it's not worth getting right now. Let me show you one main reason why I would not recommend this game right now. So if we go to the community hub, besides all the negative reviews, one big thing here, guys, is we're talking about the graphic settings. So the developer here has said, hey, we hear your comments about adding more graphic settings to the game. We appreciate your feedback, but right now, to change your graphic settings, guys, you have to go find this actual INI file for the settings, right? Or at this location, and change the values from 0 to 4 or true to false yourself manually, and then you have to go in and make sure you set the file to read only. I mean, not hard to do, but this stuff should be built into the game. So if these developers are wanting to ask a $15 price tag for their game, and then expecting you to go into the INI, the INI file for the settings yourself and manually adjust everything, that's not acceptable, even for a game that's in, I believe this is early access. No, it actually doesn't even say early access. I thought this game was early access. It's not. Yeah, there's no excuse for not having graphic settings like that in the game. But it's more than that, guys. When we go into the game, I will say that this game does look better than I thought it would. This is the publisher. The developer, Fun Labs, this is their first title on Steam. So, when we go into the game, guys, I just want to go ahead and show you what the game looks like. Kind of another reason why I would hold off on buying this game right now. So, we hit space.
Rush hour, the chaos of big city life. I can't even get a breath of fresh air anymore. With some room to move around. Lifeless buildings and skyscrapers everywhere. This is my home for most of the day. My cube. Nothing but cold numbers and paperwork. I feel trapped in a concrete jungle, and it's slowly draining the joy out of my life. I used to be happy and free. Nothing beats the open country. The poetry of the wind crafting a rhyme on every tree and mountain. The applause of the leaves celebrating harmony. I won't find that in here. I'm done with this rat race, wasting my best days sitting at a desk under fluorescent lights swapped in paperwork. I don't know what happens tomorrow, but I do know I have my 2 hands and the open wilderness. I'm home, the open country.
All right, that all looks cool. I really like the, I really like the introduction screen here. You have your controls. E is primary interact. F is secondary interact. We have a lot of different controls here. You have all your controls for driving. A lot of these are pretty common sense controls. The settings here, this is what people are complaining about, that there's no actual, besides the resolution, there's no, you know, controls for the anti-aliasing and motion blur and all that good stuff, which people want. Alright. So if we jump into the single player, guys, let's go ahead and go a new game. You can create a male or a female, and then you have, you know, like a few different basic settings for your skin tone, etc., your hair, and your hair color, right? So once you're done, you hit back, you go into the new game, and space to start the game. Gotta have some hints. So I do think there has been a lot of work put in the game, even though it, you know, this game is definitely heavily reliant on assets. I do see promise for this game. We have yourself coming in here to the...
Hello.
What brings you around these isolated parts?
I've been on the
building
road
here.
for a while now and could use a place to rest before moving on.
Gary Kent's my name, and fighting to keep this place alive is my game. It can get a bit wild out there, but everyone's welcome to my crumbling wilderness accommodations.
I saw this place by the road and thought I'd check in to see if you have any rooms.
Well, as a matter of fact, my Snow Ridge Lodge takes great pride in being a place of friendly shelter. But alas, as you can see...
Anyway, we're going to go ahead and
hardly
skip this
premium.
scare, guys. Basically, he asks you to do some... He says you can get a free room as long as you do some tasks for him. And you talk to him. And he'll give you your first
to
task.
deliver a package to a friendly neighborhood ranger. His name is Adam Douglas Ainsley. But never call him Douglas. He can't stand that.
And where might Ranger Ainsley be at?
Mm-hmm.
He's been out and about somewhere between Mellow Meadow and Green Hoof Sanctuary.
How am I going to find him?
Here, take this walkie-talkie. You can use this little gadget to contact him. My advice is to go there and call out to him. He'll answer and guide you from there.
Okay, I'm on it.
So once you do that, you come here to the door, but you can't go out. Kind of weird. You have to come up here and hit the door. And then your only option here is to really go to Meadow Hills. And to do that, you just hit space, right? You can zoom in and out. The zoom in and out works really slow. The UI is just really cumbersome in this game. Really, really cumbersome. But you'll see when you get into the game that the game does have a really vibrant graphic. You can see it's really glitchy there as I load in. Here at your RV, you cannot drive it. Sadly, you can interact with it and, you know, travel back to the lodge where you talk to that first guy, or come here where you're at. So we're just going to go ahead and escape there. You can also sleep here if you want to. You'll see your, you know, your basic hunger needs and stamina and health and stuff like that down to the bottom right. So the first thing you want to do is you want to go ahead and hit M to look at your map. And you probably want to set a marker here for where you need to travel. You can also see you have fish and stuff like that in the water. Again, you can zoom in and out, and you can see that the world is pretty damn big, right? So we're going to come back over here, and we want to set a marker here. So we're going to right click here, and we want to go ahead and set this as a marker, right? I think I set a marker there. No, that's danger. I didn't want to set a marker there. So we're going to go ahead and click marker, and then we are going to hit space to place the marker. And then we're going to hit M to back out. And then we should see our marker here on the... If we look east, we should see the marker. There we go. So we got the map marker. We didn't ignore the danger marker. So we run across here, guys. The graphics do look really good. You can see I'm getting over 100 frames per second. You can run by bushes. You can collect berries and some of these plants. It'll give you an icon to hit, like you collect berries or whatnot. Oops, we're getting off track. So basically, I think the game wants you to go by this particular...
This looks like the place. I should use the walkie-talkie to contact the ranger.
Right. So go ahead and hit the middle mouse button. Go over to your walkie-talkie. Hit
Hello, Ranger
left mouse
Ainsley.
button.
Are you there?
Ainsley here. I've been waiting for you to make contact. I need you to set up a camp in the area. You should find plenty of wood and materials. I'll call you tomorrow and give you further instructions. Over.
All right. I guess I'll get on with setting up that camp then.
So there's plenty of, like, I believe, all kinds of, we got rope here, cloth. You got all kinds of materials here. You can get plenty of rocks here so you can craft the stuff you need. We got more cloth. The problem here, guys, is you can't carry that much stuff. So you hit tab, you hit backpack, it'll tell you your capacity. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and continue collecting some of this stuff. Get the crates here, tarp. Just the movement is really cumbersome as well. If I hit shift, I should move slower now. Yeah, no. It's still running. Let's say if you hit shift, you should move slower, but you don't. We're going to go ahead and hit R to move those to my backpack. Sure. Escape to get out of there. And let's see if we have enough stuff to craft what we need. Okay, so it wants us to make you go to bushcraft here, and we want to make a camp. We need to make a hatchet. We need more logs and more branches, right? So let's go ahead and make this hatchet that we need. But to do that, I have plenty of rocks. I just need more branches. We're going to escape out of that. We're going to look for branches. We have proper rope there. There's a stone knife. There's a hatchet. We don't need to make one. We're going to go ahead and move that branch to our backpack. Escape out of that. And we looted another tarp. See how we're doing on weight. Yeah, see, we're almost overburdened right now. Okay. So now what are we doing as far as bushcraft and crafting the camp? We still need 6 more branches and 2 more logs. So if you don't find everything you need here, tarp crate. There's more rocks. We don't need more rocks. We need more logs and branches. Cloth. Mushrooms. You can get mushrooms to eat. Cook. But as you guys can see, even the clouds, I believe, are slowly moving. You can see the branches are moving slightly. The world is very pretty and vibrant, for sure. And if we run down here in the water, you can see that there are waves as we move through the water. The wildlife does respond to you. See how it runs away? So there's a lot to like about this game, if you ask me. I think they definitely have a pretty world. I can't run anymore because I'm overburdened. Okay. Backpack. Go ahead and get rid of... You can right-click to get rid of something. There we go. I think I needed 2 more logs, right? Yeah, I got the 3 logs. I just need... Okay, now I just need 6 more branches. Okay. Well, there's one. You gotta walk around and look for all this stuff. And like I said, this game is really cumbersome, if you ask me. Still overburdened because we're carrying these big, heavy logs. What I'll probably do is I'll probably take a couple of these logs and right-click a couple of them so I can move. You see how I can't, like, move through them? This is the kind of stuff that makes the game really cumbersome and makes it really need work, and it shows. But I think if they do a little bit of work on this game, it will be pretty damn cool. There we go. Now we can actually get some branches. More logs. Looks like branches there, but it wasn't. Branch. Branch back here too? Oh. And there are better areas to find these branches. I just kind of took a bad route here. I found branches a lot quicker earlier. How many more branches do we need? 2 more. There's one. There's one more. Okay, there's other logs over here. Okay, so now we can make our camp. And we can move this around until we get a green, left to place. And now you can interact with it and you can rest. And we get space to rest. But then when you rest, you see all your needs going way down. So we need to hydrate. So we look at our backpack. Actually, we hit our middle mouse wheel. We go to our flask. And we have some water here. So we can go ahead and left click. We'll drink out of it. We can see the storm brewing. And then let's go ahead and use, now that we made a camp, as that guy said, let's go ahead and talk to the guy. Okay, so now it's telling us we need to make an improvised tinder so we can start a fire. There we need to collect another branch. We need to collect some leaves. Okay. Branch. Go ahead and pick up another branch. Just in case. Camp here. I like the storm here. We just need some leaves here. We'll go ahead and pick up both of these. We'll build our campfire back by our camp. Yeah, the wind sounds really good. Okay, campfire. Insufficient crafting resources. What are we missing now? Oh, that's a camp. Oh, improvised tinder. There we go. So make that. Or space to craft it, sorry. Okay, now... the campfire, we need 4 branches and 2 logs, etc. So the game is just really cumbersome and awkward, and when you get in, the gunplay feels really weird, guys. I did go ahead and find a gun. I can see that because of the storm, the clouds are definitely moving. There's a lot really to like here, guys. But I just wanted to go ahead and show you a little of the gameplay, show you kind of what the game looked like. I don't want to get into the game and spend hours playing the game. But this game has a lot to like from the initial, gameplay here. But I'm just letting you guys know I would hold off a little bit, let them maybe implement the graphic settings so everything runs really well. I mean, it's running really well for me on my computer, but I do have a pretty high-end gaming computer. But there's just a lot of awkwardness with the game that needs a little bit of work. But I think this game is probably deserves more credit than the 33% positive reviews that the game has right now. I like what I see so far. I just think it needs a little bit more work. And I would probably hold off for at least 2 or 3 updates and see what kind of updates they're putting into the game. And let's see if the user reviews go above the 33% positive, and then maybe jump in if the developers are doing the right thing. Or maybe wait and see if the developers kind of abandon this game and leave it as it is. Time will tell if this game's worth your money, or if I think this game's worth your money. And that will really depend on how the developers respond, what kind of updates they put out. Right now, I don't really think the game's worth the $15 unless you just want to support the game and support the developers. I've just seen too many games like this get abandoned by the developers, and looks like the developers have already made a ton of money on this game. 100 reviews right now probably says the developers have made quite a bit of money. Usually only about 1 in 50 people leave a review. But this is a quick look at what you could expect with this game, guys. Like I said, I haven't played it long enough, but I'm going to come back and take a better look at this game once the developers implement, you know, a few updates, I think. Well, thanks so much for watching, everybody. This has been Zaxtorian. Let me know what you think. Let me know if this video has inspired you to go out and buy or support Open Country here, which does show a lot of promise. Absolutely. I definitely think this game shows a lot of promise. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. This has been Zaxtorian. Take care.